Here we are, folks, the moment you've been waiting for. The NASCAR Pokemon Cup Series Season 3 All-Star Showdown right here on Pichu, London. Both this showdown and the All-Star race itself will be held at Zen Joltis Super Speedway this year. And we've seen racing Zen Joltis, and it's been get pretty chaotic. And so we're expecting another classic here today. Now, we are racing in the day configuration because the night one is, the glitchiest track ever in NR 2003 history. So glitchy that if with one bounce, a driver bounces up, one bounce could lead to a big wreck, and that would leave only very few of the field left, and I felt that that wasn't really fun at all, so we're racing in the day configuration, playing it safe, and having as much competitors as possible compete for the win. So I hope you guys understand. I might use the night configuration for the championship race like last season. I'm still thinking about that. But right now, we're here in the Showdown race, and this is not like last year's Showdown, which had the drivers that didn't win this season compete. This time we have the drivers from the past seasons competing here at the Showdown, having their one race deal here, showing off the Gen 6 mod for fun, just testing it out fun. Oh, but by the way, the top two drivers from the Showdown get into the All-Star race itself, so this is a big surprise for them. Again, top two drivers get in. The top two finishers from the Showdown will get into the All-Star race. And stay tuned after this race because we will reveal who wins the fan vote and who else gets in via fan vote. So here you go. Here's your starting lineup. And then on this, we're going to do it in rows again because it's a little easier for me to do rows instead of just doing it in lineups. Here we are. So here we go. Starting in this row, the final row is Ben Ward in the 65, finishing the top 10 last season. In this row, we have Matt McMurray in the 75, our Season 1 champion, and Max Skinner in the 72, the Season 1 MLP Cup Series champion. Both Season 1 champions in the same row. In this row we have Shane Ray in the 84, who was Season 2 Super Snack 500 winner, and Kyle Sanoski in the 74. He was a top 10 driver last season. In this row we have Jacob Hayes, who won the All-Star race for the NR 2003 Tour. Remember that? And the 57 of Aaron Mason in this row. He was runner-up last season. Jason Posada is leading on this row in the 87. He got in by winning last season's Showdown race, looking for 2 in a row. And this row we have Brandon Bain in the 34. Bain got in by winning the NR 2003 Tour. In this row we have Justin Talonpass in the 38. We had a drawing with reserve drivers because there was one spot left in the Showdown, and Talonpass's name came up on that drawing, and he won himself a one race deal in the 38 machine. On his side is going to be Lewis Gordon in the 32, who won the first Pokemon and Pony Palooza. This row is Monica Carroll in the 77 of Williams Carroll Racing. She's in because she won last season's All-Star race. And in this row is Joseph Clark in the 36. Clark got in by finishing the top 10 in points. In this row we have Interexpo in the 66, top 10 in points last season. And Barney Ward in the 35. He got in by winning in the top 10 in points last season as well. And then in this, on the outside row is Charles Jackson in the 30, the Season 1 Super Snack 500 winner. And on the pole for the Showdown race this season is Brad Johnson, the 81, who won the Season 2 MLP Cup Series Championship. And he's driving the 81 in the Showdown today. Here we go. Once again, the top 2 drivers get into the All-Star race itself. And we will reveal the fan vote winners at the end of the race. So, without further ado, let's hear those famous words in motorsports.
Drivers, start your engines!
And the showdown can get underway as the cars are rolling off the track. And if you're wondering, these cars are a mix of the bullring fictional cars and the real Gen 6 cars that I wasn't able to fit into the Pokemon Cup series this season. And the other cars are used for what could have been the ARCA series, but I decided to cancel it. I had no interest because I lost interest in that series a while ago. Now I finally found a good use for these cars to race, the Showdown. And here we go, 16 laps here at Zen Joltis to get underway in All-Star Weekend. And I think some of these drivers all of these drivers may have to pit in the middle of the race. As I said, pit stops at 2x. Here we go, 16 laps in Zen Joltis, and the green flag is out. The Showdown gets underway. Brad Johnson, your leader. He's the defending MLP Cup Series Season 2 champion. He'll be a favorite to watch in Season 3 when that comes around. Here comes Barney Ward. Ward has 2 drivers in this showdown, Barney and Ben Ward. They both finished in the top 10 last season. They're looking to make a miracle out of these 2. Hope to get twice the fun. And Barney is just hoping that he and Ben can make it in the top 2. That would be a brother duo. And look at this already. A lot of drivers separating in the pack. A lot of wide racing here. And this is what Zen Joltis is known for. And who's going to lead the first lap of the showdown? It may look like it could be Barney Ward. Could it be Barney Ward? And it is going to be Barney Ward leading the first lap. And then second now is the 57 of Aaron Mason. Last season he was runner-up of the Pokemon Cup Series Championship run. He lost out to Aaron Williams, the great Aaron Williams. And now he doesn't have a ride this season, looks for redemption here. Looking to get revenge on Aaron Williams. As Williams is already in the All-Star race for winning 3 races this season already. Aaron Mason trying to win it here as he has separated the other drivers from the field. As you see here, though, he's drafting Barney Ward so that only the top 2 are left. Not sure if that's going to work out at the end. And somehow he decided to go on the high side, which is not the preferred line. In third now you see is Kyle Sinoski in the 74 machine, also a top 10 driver last season. And here comes the other drivers. Here comes Barney's brother Ben. And Ben is trying to come up, making it a Ward 1-2. Wouldn't that be thrilling? But uh-oh. 57 Aaron Mason has some tricks up his sleeve. Aaron Mason taking 3 wide. And look at this. Could we have a 4 wide battle? No, but we almost did. And here's Charles Jack and Lewis Gordon in the 32. Lewis Gordon won. He knows Zen Joltis very well. He's won Season 1 of the MLP Cups of the Pokemon and Pony Palooza in the very first Pokemon and Pony Palooza. The second winner was Aaron Williams himself, winning both the championship of the Season 2 Pokemon Cup Series and the second annual Pokemon Pony Palooza. A heavy favorite heading into the third one already. And the MLP Cup Series season has not begun. Here we go, folks. Another battle for the lead as we see the 66 of Interexpo, otherwise known as Interactive Explosion. He finished the top 10 last season. He had 3 wins last season. He was tied for the most wins last season, along with I think another driver. Couldn't recall who. Oh, and I forgot to mention Aaron Mason did not win a single race last season. He only got in by winning the last chance qualifier that we had in the first round last season. And Suzuka finishing in the perfect position. And wow, a shocking comeback for Mason there. And now he's looking to make the most out of his second try. Here comes our 2003 10th anniversary tour champion Brandon Bain, and he didn't even get a ride himself, but he had a great contribution to the league as B-Master walks, and he was given a ride, and he made the most of it. 4 wins in that season, an impressive 4 or 5 wins in that season, and now he's looking to add this Showdown win to his big resume. And now here he comes, Brandon Bain battling for the lead. And here's another one, Joseph Clark. He's in the top 5. Like I said, top 5 driver in this top 10 driver last season. He also has 3 wins. He also had 3 wins last season, along with Interexpo. He was tied for the most wins in the season. Now it's a battle with Jordan Davis and Aaron Williams. Both have 3 wins this season. This season, the Pokemon Cup Series, both Aaron Williams and Jordan Davis, 3 wins this season already, and we've just reached halfway. Wonder how many wins they will get this season. They're sure the ones to watch here, competing for the championship. But we do have underdogs here. You never know who's going to win this race, as we're about to approach 11 to go here at Zen Joltis. And I think some drivers are beginning to pit. No, I thought that some drivers were beginning to pit. Haven't talked about this guy so far, Max Skinner in the 72. He was Season 1 MLP Cup Series champion, the first one of the series. He won the championship without a single win, and he was competing in Season 2 of the Pokemon and Pony. And he also competed in the Pokemon Cup Series Season 2. He had a couple of wins, by the way. I think 2 last season. That made him happy. Brad Johnson, guess what? Season 2 champion also. He also didn't come home with a win that season. So it seems for 2 straight seasons, the MLP champion did not get a win in the season itself. So we'll see if that'll be the case for any of the other last chance qualifier drivers back in the playoffs. And look at this, 10 to go already, and Brandon Bain pulling away. I wouldn't expect it to be too long though. A big 4 or 5 wide pack of cars are chasing after him. Ben Ward now in the second spot. Brad Johnson is also coming for third. There you see another driver, Jason Posada. Posada finished in the top 10 last season. He had a couple wins as well. He was also the 21 last season. He had I think they had a combined 8 wins in the Pokemon Cup Series so far. Impressive for the 21 machine. And now we have the third spot, Shane Ray. Shane Ray was a mid-season replacement for Jake Berg in last season, but he took advantage of it and won the Super Snack 500 in Season 2 in just his, I think, 15th start, which was incredible. He was a mid-seasoner, and he made the most of it. Ben Wood's now your leader, as you see Justin Talonpass is going for the lead. We've heard Justin Talonpass before. He was a competitor in the NR 2003 10th Anniversary Tour. He won the drawing for the reserved 1 spot, reserve drivers field. He won the drawing for the 1 race deal. He's using it to his advantage. Rumors has it that a ride is currently going to be opening up for the Pokemon Cup Series Season 3 of the 39, and the sources say that Talonpass could be a favorite to replace the 39 of Jake Smith. Halfway done, folks, as Talonpass looks to make it takes advantage of the lead. Pack of drivers still racing at it, and wow. Is it me or they're going a little slightly slower than before, but it's a little bit silent. I couldn't tell. 8 laps to go here. We're halfway done here at Zen Joltis. Still anybody's race. Whoa, Matt McMurray got on the outside a bit. Interexpo, though, going for the lead as here it comes. Max Skinner trying to make the most out of it. We have not had a caution so far, which very surprisingly, I thought there'd be a caution out at some point or another, but not this time. Guess when 42 cars are in the pack, we might have a caution, but other than that, we don't have a single caution in contention. So this is what I'm talking about, having a lot of competitors compete as possible. They're doing everything they can to make moves. And there you see trying to go on the bottom lane here. And here's Matt McMurray in the 75 machine. McMurray is our first ever Pokemon Cup Series champion. He was Season 1 champion back when it was known as the Pichu Series. Had a couple wins this season. I think had second most wins last season. In the Season 1, I mean. He didn't win last season and was never a real competitor to begin with in that season. Looking to make an impact on Season 3. Ooh, car's starting to pack up a bit. Could we see a wreck? Oh boy, we might see a wreck. I have a feeling we may see a wreck some point or another. I just have that feeling. Meanwhile, back to the leader. Top 2 separated. It's between Interexpo and Max Skinner. And this is the only way that these drivers can get into the All-Star race, finishing in the top 2. Otherwise, they'll be sitting out for the rest of the season, wondering what could have been. Maybe they could get rides in the LP Pokemon and Ponypalooza soon. We don't know. We'll see. Interexpo for the lead! Oh boy, and I think they're starting to pit now. They're pitting. It's the time of year again for pit stops. One missed his stall. One driver just missed his stall. That's the 30. Oh no! That's Charles Jackson. He missed his pit stall. This could be big trouble. Oh man, Jackson missed his stall. That's no way he's gonna be in this All-Star race, but Jackson, tough break. He missed his pit stall. Gonna have to leg this one out as the drivers are pitting. And we have pit stops with 6 to go as Interexpo and Max Skinner still lead. This lead is gonna get jumbled up. Probably could get jumbled up here after they take pit stops. And if someone stays out too long, they might be running out of fuel in the middle of the track. We've had that happen before. Wouldn't be surprised if there would have happened now. Here we go. Let's see who's going to take pit stops. And I think Interexpo and the other fielder is going to be taking stops. And yes, they will. But not Joseph Clark. He decides to stay with 5 to go. Question is, will that be a good move for him to run? Sanoski, I'm not sure. Jackson finally made his stall, so he's not a factor at all. He finally made his pit stall. It's not going to be really good, though. And will Joseph Clark make it on fuel? Or will he have to pit on the next lap? Clark is the only one that has not pitted so far. Will his strategy work or will it falter? There you see navigating through the turns. He's thinking and pondering about pit stops. There'll be 4 to go when somebody hits the stripe. Here we go, the turn 1, and I think he might consider pitting. He will pit. He will pit. And he takes the lead and he does pit, so he decides to play it safe and pit. And Brad Johnson has some problems, some trouble back there out of pit stall, and he has to pit again. He gets out of it. Now, not sure exactly who the leader is. I think they might be saying Interexpo and Max Skinner are top 2 competitors. We'll have to see though. We'll have to check with the officials and see, because there'll be when there's 3 to go when they hit the stripe. It'll be crunch time for these guys. Here they come towards the stripe. Max Skinner and Air Expo battling it out. And they're saying, yep, it is going to be Max Skinner definitely going to be in the leader's stripe, in the leader's seat when they take with 3 to go, unless if Inter Expo takes it away. Sorry about that. And these 3 drivers competing for just 2 spots, so one has to be the odd man out. Max Skinner, Inter Expo, and Justin Talonpass are competing for the 3 spots. Talonpass a long shot. These other guys also, Posada and Ben Ward. The rest of the top 5 are also long shots. Whoa, there's a lap car of Joseph Clark, and allows Max Skinner to have some breathe. No, he's on the high side. Inter Expo could take advantage. Talonpass getting held up in the back as you see the 72. He's having a little trouble, not allow the leaders, the other drivers, to catch up with 3 to go. Can you believe it? I thought there was only going to be a 3-car battle, but the slow car of the 36, Joseph Clark, might have messed that up. Wow, and Talonpass getting held up by the 36. Tough break. Oh man, he's losing second. And now Jason Posada is now in second. Inter Expo, after all this mess, is still the leader. Not for long though. Posada is going for the lead, and so is Ben Ward. Oh, and the 36 still holding up as the 38 is stuck on the high side, nowhere to go. Max Skinner just trying to get back up desperately and fighting for the top 5 maybe, but top 2 is the one you should be at for the spots in the All-Star race. 2 laps to go when they hit the stripe at Zen Joltis. Inter Expo still leading. Will it be for long though? Will it last? Jason Posada going for the lead with 2 to go, and that'll put Bonnie Ward in the danger zone. No, not Inter Expo in the danger zone. I apologize. Ben Ward is now in 3rd. Max Skinner just back up to 4th, but he might lose 4th to Kyle Sinoski, and Matt McMurray helping him out on the draft. Could he actually make it again? And now Ben Ward has just cleared the 66 for the 2nd and final spot, but he wants to win. Every one of these drivers wants to win. Jason Posada, your leader still. Can he make it stick for another lap? Joseph Clark has really messed up a lot of drivers' chances of making it in the All-Star, especially the 38 of Talonpass. He's trying to make most of his one-race deal, and he just couldn't do it. Well, it's going to be a miracle for most of these drivers to come back, as they'll see the white flag. 1 lap to go here at the Showdown. Ben Inter Expo, and now in 2nd, he's looking for the lead. Max Skinner looking to have desperately everything to pass Posada. Gonna go 3 wide, they're gonna try, and they won't do it. Sinoski, and now Max Skinner now in the 2nd. Talonpass making a comeback. Can he make it to the 2nd and final spot? Here they come, halfway to go. Inter Expo still leading. Max Skinner having a challenge on the front. And 66 blocks Skinner in the door. But Skinner has the draft to make it to 2nd as Posada's forced on the high side. And they block Posada. Who will Ben Ward? Who will Inter Expo block? Trying to block both of them. He does so well. Here they come to the final turn. Inter Expo, can he hold on over Max Skinner? It's going to be a race to the stripe, and it's going to be Inter Expo winning it here in the Showdown. And Max Skinner by inches makes it to the 2nd and final spot to advance to the All-Star race. What a race, folks. Another classic here at Zen Joltis. Wow, what a race to the line. I mean, that's just amazing. And here's the race to the stripe again. It was close. Look how close that was. That was pretty close. Max Skinner by inches makes it through second by inches. Wow. Just amazing. That's incredible. And Jason Posada just came up short of another Showdown win and just missed the field for the All-Star race. Tough break for him. By 13 one-thousandths of a second, he just missed out on it. Joseph Clark finished in 4th. A great comeback for him in pit stops. I thought he'd be a factor. I thought it would be a lap car, but he wasn't. He was a slow car. He lost the lead, and oh wow. Clark came 4th. Talon Pass came 5th, but Clark was very slow there. I thought he'd be lapped. Shane Ray 6th, Matt McMurray 7th, Ben Ward 8th, Aaron Mason 9th, Sanoski 10th. It was nice seeing them win one race deals, but they didn't make it into the All-Star. The rest of the field, Brandon Bain, Monica Carroll, Lewis Gordon, Bonnie Ward, Jacob Hayes, Charles Jackson, and Brad Johnson had problems all day and were never a big factor at all, but at least Johnson will be known for winning that pole in the Showdown. Gotta be some credit. Anyway, Interexpo and Max Skinner are moving on to the All-Star race in Season 3. So, who will be the other drivers getting in by fan vote? You're about to find out right now. Well, now you see here the top two finishers of the Showdown, Interexpo and Max Skinner, are in the field, winning the top 2 spots from the Showdown. They'll get into the All-Star race for Season 3. But we're here for the fan vote winners. The ones that the drivers did not get a win this season have a chance to get into the All-Star by the help of their fans. So we have a winner here in the fan vote, and the winner of the fan vote is Seth Cole in the 13 with 7 total votes. And it's no surprise he just reached the 600 subscriber mark on his NNSCRA channel, and his fans delivered him, and he gets to race against his sister Mary Cole in the 93. So we'll have 2 Coles competing in the All-Star race. How exciting. Now the most interesting in the fan vote is the runner-up in the fan vote. I mean, it was very interesting. You're not going to believe what happens. We have a 3-way tie for the second and final spot in the fan vote. Ryan Richards in the 1, Ryan Acosta in the 2, and Stephen Pollard the 3rd in the 98. All 3 of them had 5 total votes. All 3 of them. And I couldn't leave one out. So all 3 of those are going to be racing in the All-Star race as tied for runner-up spot. So Richards, Acosta, and Pollard will race in the All-Star race by tying for second in the fan vote. But what is clear is Seth Cole has won the fan vote with 7 votes, and Cole gets to race in the All-Star race along with his sister Mary Cole, who won at Pig's Cliff. Yeah, Pig Cliff. So the Coles made it out on last-ditch efforts. Both made it on last-ditch efforts. So how about that? Cole gets in, and the Coles get in the All-Star race along with other drivers. So hope you guys had fun watching the Showdown. I've had a lot of fun doing it. And one more thing before we leave. I've decided to race at Zen Joltis night for the All-Star race. And the reason is that we didn't have a wreck in the Showdown, and I figured I'd spice things up. So be prepared, because we're going to be racing at Zen Joltis night. And that's a lot of jumping, a lot of movement. Last man standing wins. So keep an eye on that. So congrats to the winners of the Showdown. Congrats to the winners of the fan vote. We thank you for watching. Stick around for the All-Star race, and we will see you guys later.